Hey guys, welcome back in. Just doing a little more permadeath here. I'm just gonna set up this stream real quick. YouTube doesn't want to be nice. Alright, there we go. Alright, jump back in here. Yeah, I want to poke around in this system a little bit. It's an A-class multi-tool in the cabinet, so I want to see if I can flip those spawns around. Thought my game was gonna crash there for a second. Alright. Go look at this multi-tool real quick again. Don't even remember what was up here. Okay, it's a rifle. Alright. Now, how many planets were here? I know I checked the Lush. Haven't checked any others though, so. Yo, hey GT, how you doing, man? Looks like you're making your way through Horizon pretty good. You're starting to pick up all the little combat stuff. It's getting a lot better. What do we have here? I'll go flip the spawn on this one real quick. I'm hoping to find like a alien or an experimental in this cabinet at some point. I'm trying to find my own multi-tool. I'm trying not to use the coordinate exchange for anything. Oh, you did finish it up. Oh, nice. Nice. I've been wanting to check out the new one. I have it, I bought it, but I never downloaded the thing. I need to jump in and start playing that. Yeah, some of those trials are pretty rough. I know it took me quite a few tries on some of them, especially that one with the, there's a storm bird. Man, that one was such a pain. Once I figured out some of the little places to stand, and you can kind of cheese it a little bit if you have to. Yeah, some of those trials are rough. And I love the cauldrons. Those are really laid out well. Alright, let's see what we have here for a multi-tool. It's over here. Yeah, I almost rage quit on that Stormbird one. it was rough. I don't know, I might do a playthrough of that again too. Yeah, the DLC was really good too. I'm not sure if the package you got with it came with it or not, but it was a nice continuation of the story. It's not very long though, it's only like 10 hours. So. Yeah, the Forbidden West, I think it was called. This is probably going to be a horrible multi-tool. Yeah, just another rifle. Not even worth looking at. Reload. so far I've been enjoying this permadeath playthrough. I've got the story done and everything. Now I'm just starting to build up farms and stuff like that. Try to survive a little bit. Yeah, this is just a regular permadeath save. It's not the extreme one or anything. And I got my stasis device farm built up. Now I'm a billionaire, so I need something else to do. Oh yeah, Forbidden West. Yeah. I don't know, they all sound the same after a while. Yeah, I cashed out a bunch of stasis devices the other day, so I got a bunch of money now. It's rough because your inventory is so little that you can only make like 16 at a time, but what I did was I just logged in for like a week straight and just made stasis devices, and I cashed in like 100 of them yesterday, so, and it was like 2 billion credits. Now I'm bored. So been looking around for a nice lush planet to build on. I think I found one yesterday, but it's a little hilly. And I'm also, of course, I want to find a white grass planet to use as well. That's going to take some time to find that, though. Yeah, it took, well, the build of bases wasn't bad. I mean, it was only, maybe 5 hours, 6 hours of building, but trying to find all your hotspots you need. But because I was trying to do it on 3 planets, I could have used 4 planets and cut my time in half, but I'm bullheaded like that. I want the challenge, so I have to find 5 hotspots on a single planet, which isn't fun. The good thing is you don't have to worry about the class of the hotspots, because you only need, like, the only thing that requires a high amount is your gases, because when you're making 16 of them, all you need is 8,000 dioxide or whatever. So, and you can only make them every 16 hours, so just a regular C-class hotspot works fine. I've never done the fusion igniter farm, though. I would like to build one of those sometime. I'm not doing it on permadeath, though. Screw that. Although, I did land this thing. See, a lot of times, I'm not big on, like, the big capital ships, so, and the centrifuge is my favorite type. So I was able to get this guy pretty quick. I just found a 3-star system with it, and just waited for one to warp in. The good thing is, all you have to do is, if you warp in, you find one that's like a C-class. If you just pulse for like, 12 seconds or whatever, another one will spawn. So you can just keep doing that until you eventually land an S-class. And the good thing was, it was only like 10 million credits, or it was like a really low number. The bad thing is you only get like 19 slots in it, so you have to get a bunch of the storage expansion things. But I found a good pirate, or a good derelict freighter, so I was able to get on my bulkheads really quick. That one I had to steal off of Reddit, though. What's this guy got? Looks like shit. Alright. I don't want that either. I think I got, what, 1 or 2 more planets to look at? Yeah, I just keep hoping that maybe I can land an experimental or a alien out of this. I think I already got an alien pistol, but I want a rifle. Yeah, harvesting stuff sucks. As long as you have a decent, like, oxygen farm, like, getting plants and stuff like that ain't too bad, because you can make them, but... Yeah, I didn't do too many really big farm. I made the mistake. I did make a gold and silver farm that I haven't harvested in like a week because I don't have room for gold and silver. I should just sell it, but the gold can be pretty good because of the money, and you can break it into pyrite if you have to. But outside of that, and I do have a nice runaway mold set up. That was my home base. Can I land? But you can only refine runaway mold for so long before it gets old. Especially if you're trying to do it on stream or something. Nobody wants to sit there and watch you look at a refiner. Hey, friendly guy. These all aggressive animals here. Alright, he's not bad. Of course, I'm sure one of my animals is going to be in the water, and one's probably underground, so actually I had to do a reload. Alright, this should be the last planet in this system. So far, all the multi-tools are awful. Alright, check on this multi-tool, then I'm on my way out of this system. There's nothing good here. Yeah, I was excited there were 2 airless planets here, but they both kinda, they don't look good. Oh wait, this is a green system, isn't it? Okay, yeah. What the heck takes Emeril? I think it's Gravitino. Curiosities? Building part farming, there we go. Okay, it's gonna be origin. Actually, I am gonna set up a little Emeril operation here. What I would like to do is find a system that only uses 2 glyphs, and I'd like to build like a large Nifnit farm, and also have those venom orchins in them too. And It's a piece of junk. Oh. Actually, let me see what I have for a multi-tool. Okay, I do have an alien. Oh, I got this too. What's this thing have? Oh, I didn't do anything with this. The supercharged slots are horrible. Unless I get one that's over in this area. Actually, I think I will cheat this. I want to see if I even have enough credits to do this. Should. Alright, yeah, I got plenty. Actually, that won't be bad. And I can have this separate for a mining beam. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, that'll be good enough for now. I'll have to come back and upgrade that at some point. I just wanted to spend some money. Alright. Oh, I do want to see if I have, let's see, bring in the anomaly here. I think I unlocked the stuff in the expedition already. I can't remember. I just want to see if there's any blueprints I need. Yeah, I got a bunch of salvage data now. We'll pick up stuff I might be missing. I think I need like all the exocraft stuff too. Alright, get all that already. Okay, I already cleaned the posters and all that crap. There is an issue with this scepter though. If you do go to get it, you, like right now, the damage on it's 13,000. Then I got two different supercharged slots there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to decline it. And you can keep, you can get random rolls on it. If I go in, look at it again, we got 10,000. Supercharged slots have changed. Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, they're probably going to be down here, but you can go out and go back in again, and the stats will change. So you can sit here and just keep trying to get a really good roll on one of these, like only 8,000 on this one. Supercharges these two here. So, that's something you can mess around with. Sit there for a couple hours just trying to get a good roll on one. I still have to do it on my other account, my saves. Alright, let's see. Okay, the viewing sphere is it's like the last thing I unlock, it's so expensive. Alright, I don't really need any of that stuff. I have to do the, actually I'll get that. I haven't done anything for my, exocraft guy. Don't really need any of that. I'd rather get all the decorations out of the way. I think I can just unlock everything. I might as well. Yeah, Wonder Projector costs 12. That hurt. Yeah, I guess I might as well just unlock the exoclass. That stupid thing. Let's see here. I keep thinking I have less salvage data than I do. Alright. That's everything. Still leaves me with that, actually. Toss that right in here. Yeah, I don't think I've unlocked any exocraft stuff. No, it is all unlocked. Alright. Oh, no worries, GT. No worries at all. A liquid explosive. I might do a liquid explosive farm as well. There's another one though. Was it hot ice? Enriched carbon and nitrogen salt. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. I know one of these had a really easy recipe that just took plants. Polyfiber? No. How do you do polyfiber? Unsealed gel is just that. The acid. I know one of these had a really easy recipe. I don't remember which one it is. Actually, I'm gonna leave. Yeah. Actually, go back here. I gotta finish my frigates. Actually, I gotta jet out for a second. I just remembered I gotta call somebody. Collect these real quick, though. I just looked down at my phone and saw that there was a voicemail from somebody, and I know they're gonna want me to call them back. Let's see. It's nice having the NPCs on the ship, but sometimes I wish they weren't there. At least they're not knocking me out of my menu. I do want to check on this. Okay, so I did put in a stack of frost crystal and it's gone. So it never refined. That's unfortunate. At least I didn't put anything important in there. Alright, so I just won't use nutrient processors up here. Alright, just give me a few minutes to make this phone call, find out what the heck's going on. And I will be right. Holy crap, I got a bunch of junk. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, sorry about that. Took longer than I planned. Move over some of this stuff. Alright, I already got some of that. I like to hold on to some of this stuff because it is useful. I like to try to keep a stack of everything if I can. Another frigate module. If I put these directly into storage, they don't go to the right friggin' place. So I have to friggin' drag them all in. Regular indium, that could be useful. Got a full stack. Come on. I'm on PS5. All I do is I just use the buttons to get around. Like where, yeah, like when I transfer stuff, I just do it kind of quickly. Like a lot of times I'll use like, you know, the up and down arrow here to quickly move stuff around. Oh yeah, dude, it's night and day. That's right. You're on the older Xbox, aren't you? Well, actually, you're on PS4 also. Yeah, it's crazy how much faster it is. Yeah, at least the PlayStations, they're getting easier to find now. Like I'm seeing them on the shelves at places. So hopefully, well, there is word that there's going to be a PlayStation Pro coming out too. I don't know if that's going to happen this year or not, though. I do like to keep enriched carbon. Oh yeah, it's like night and day. I just wish the render was a little bit better, because you still get a lot of pop-in when you go to down to planets and stuff. I think there's a recipe that uses geknip. It's one of those new biscuits, so I am gonna hold on to this. Oh my god, I just got so much junk, dude. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. I'm so worried I'm gonna run out of oxygen and stuff. Oh yeah, I've been working on putting together a PC for about 3 years now, and every time I get a little bit of money in the bank, something comes up. So I think I'm gonna have to go with like a one of those pre-built places, you know, like Starboard or something like that, and I'll probably have to finance it. I'd like to be able to build my own, but the stuff changes so quick now, and I've never been a hardware guy. I've always been a software guy. So my computer guru left the area about 3 years ago. So I'm a complete moron when it comes to hardware. He's who I used to deal with all the time. And the bad thing is, it's not like he moved a couple states away or anything. He moved over to Europe. He's originally from England, and he moved back there a couple years back. But yeah, I've been in the market for a PC for a few years now. I just got this you know, kind of like a middle of the road gaming laptop I use for just general use. Bring some of these guys up a little. Yeah, I'd like to get a good rig going on. I'd like to get one this year. So What is combat? I'd never used frigates, and this whole thing is kind of new to me. Over at industrial. Yeah, I always ignored these things. I'm trying to get in the hang of using them a little bit more. Kind of like I haven't even done a freighter base either. Mainly because I don't want to use up the base parts. But now that I have all these saves, I can kind of mess around a little bit more. Send out a bunch of them. Yeah, this is the extent of my my freighter base. You know, I only need 5 of these, but I don't like having an odd number. And I got my storage. A couple of these things. Sometimes there's stuff in them, sometimes there isn't. I don't even know how they work. I just know sometimes they give me stuff. Oh, it gave me sulfurine too. Nice. It's more stuff I don't need though. And this is the extent of my freighter base. Eventually I'm gonna actually build something up here. I did, you know, I made it all fancy. I got windows and I got a platform. What else do you need? So I do want to build one though. So I was watching Emeril build his when the update came out, and I wanted to jump into it, but I was in the middle of a bunch of building projects, so never really got around to it. Alright. Oh, I do want to go in here, because I'm still looking for a lush planet, so... materials, plants, star bulb. Alright. Hopefully this will send me to a decent system. Not that one. It sent me to one that I already have been to. Useless. Alright. I do want to put down like a little Emeril mine. I should have just done one in that last system. I want to see if there's a better planet over here. Yeah, so eventually, yeah, I'll have to start off, you know, get the GPU and the processors and all that, and just kind of do it by the piece. Or and go the pre-built route. You can do financing for like, you know, it's like 100 or so a month. But I would want to do is, you know, pay it off in like 6 months. I don't like to have stuff over my head for too long. Alright, we got a pillared. I think I actually need... I don't know what I have for glitches in here. No pillar. I don't think I've actually... Okay, I have fissures. I think I am going to run down to that pillared planet. Yeah, I think these are... Oh, I can get gold there too, gold and emerald. Alright. I think this is glitch separators. I am gonna run down and check that out. I gotta do something with all these other ships I have, too. Space station real quick, see what's over here, see if there's any missions to pick up. Yeah, because I'd like to stack up all my combat missions if I can. You know, have like a dozen Sentinel and Creature missions. That way I can get them all done in one big whack there. If this is a separator planet, I might set up a large gold mine just to build something. I just want to build stuff. And of course this is going to be an A class. That's not bad though. Alright, might have to stick around this system for a little bit. Sentinels. Right. I always try to look around for a traveler too, just in case there's one. Nothing here. Sometimes they will hide on the other side as well. It's a super radiant pillar with a dorsal fin, side wings, and it's also a 99. I'm just waiting for the thing to go away. Some people like these mini Razas. I should have checked this back from when I was here. Nobody. Yeah, if this was earlier in the game, I'd loot all this stuff, but there's really no need to. I do want to see if there's an underwater module, though. Could use another one of those. Yeah, underwater, there we go. Yeah, this is the only one that all my hazard, I just do one S class with the 3X class. It's plenty. But the underwater I do like to stack up if I can just do a reload and buy another one, but it's not really like a pressing issue. So fly down to that pillared planet. I'm pretty sure this is going to be glitch separators, which I do use a lot with building, so it's good to have one of these in a teleporter list. Okay, good. Yeah, it's a hilly planet too, which kind of sucks. But I think I will throw down an Emeril base here. I don't need a lot of Emeril. I think 5,000 would be more than enough. I'm doing it only so that I can plant those venom organs. Just looking at kind of a flat spot. Just land. Oh, and I got a glitch separator right in front of me too. I'm gonna have to look for that. At least these stick right out. Yeah, what I'd like to do is I'll build a base, and then I'll put a bunch of those separators right at the base. That way if I need any, all I have to do is warp in and grab a couple. So right now I'm just scanning around, see if I can locate a hot spot here. Just looking for that high pitch pulse. Not looking good. I do see the creature though. So get him uploaded. Alright, so I'm just gonna pick a direction. Should pick that up too. Quite a few separators here. Okay, there's something this way. Hopefully it's Emeril. That's a bad thing. You got gold, silver, and Emeril here, as well as copper. Sometimes finding the right hot spot is a challenge. Whatever it is, it's B class. Gold. Okay, that is north. I'll do this for a little bit. Hopefully find something. I wouldn't mind like a large gold mine just for money. When I do find, because I do want to put together like a little planet to help out new people that have, you know, like 2 glyphs only already. That way they can warp there and get a bunch of nip and, you know, more, you know, some of the money crops. You know, it'd be nice to put a stasis device farm there too, but it takes a while to get all the blueprints you need for a stasis device. So it's not like a new game type of planet. Whereas this one, they just have to show up and use the biodome. They can get every, you know, get all the nip and stuff they need. I've got 2 of them right next to each other. Don't see that too often. Should grab some of this too, just to have. I'm just going to continue kind of going in a straight line. Hey, thanks for swinging in, GT. Really appreciate it. You have a good day. Hopefully your editing went well. And hopefully you got your speeder. Hopefully that worked out. Find Emeril up here. Thing is, I never do like Emeril farms, So this is kind of weird for me. Another silver. Plenty of silver. It's going to continue going north. And when I hit my next hotspot, if it's not Emeril, I'll end up turning 90 degrees going the other way. Alright. That sounds good, GT. You have a good one. Last one was an A class, so the diameter of the hotspot is going to be much larger. It's going to be probably another couple hundred units before my scanner even resets. Oh, there we go. I wish this planet wasn't this hilly. Not too bad though. What I'm thinking of is like a large nip-nip farm, maybe, you know, a couple hundred nip-nip and these other plants that I can make. You know, yeah, the venom urchin, albion pearl, and gravitinos with nip-nip. You know, those 4 plants just have a large, you know, maybe like 10 biodomes or something like that worth of plants. That way new players can just swing in and get a bunch of money real quick. It'll help out on permadeath. Permadeath, you can only stack them, your stack size is set at 10, so you don't have a ton of inventory early on. Alright, now we got gold. Alright. So I've been going north, so I'm gonna kind of flip that a little bit. Head right in this direction. Typically I'll do this for about 10 minutes and then if I don't find anything I'll fly to a different part of the planet. Try over there. Watch what I'm doing here. Always make sure you get enough jetpack when you do this. Take a little bit before that thing picks up the next hot spot. Actually, quite a few glitches here I can pick up, but I don't need them. What I'm looking for is a high-pitched pulse. I don't know how well this comes across on stream, but I can hear it. Okay, there's something directly in front of me. Typically it starts to pulse when you're like around 500 units away. So yeah, there we go. Straight ahead. Takes a little bit of patience sometimes. Sometimes you're not sure if you actually hear it or not. Oh, it's got a really nice sky in it, though. Especially with those rings up there, too. I find a lot of times the glitch planets like this actually have a really nice skybox. Alright, so I got my Emeril. So all I'm gonna do, I like to use a somewhat flat spot, so I'm gonna probably build right on top of my extractor. It's a very good spot to park this. And I'm gonna actually step out for a few minutes and grab a coffee and use the bathroom and start building some stuff. It's gonna be a really basic, very basic build, so there's really not much I'm gonna do. Just add a couple silos. I am gonna make a structure, but it's not gonna be anything crazy. Alright, so give me probably about 5 minutes. I should be back. Let's go in camera mode. There's really not much to see here, so kind of do that for now. Alright, I will be back. nice new coffee. Good stuff. Alright, let's see. I don't have power here, so I'm just going to rely on solar. When I get a decent reading. Alright, around here, what I do is make a little platform. I'd like to get, you know, it doesn't have to be like a maximum value, but I'd like to get pretty close. So, do something like this. So what I might do is I might sink my extractors right in the ground so I don't even see them. If I get close to 5960, that should be good enough. Put down a wire. Alright. If I take my extractor, and I can build 42 of them, so I got plenty of material. I'm trying to do everything legit, not build stuff that I can't build. Alright, there we go, 59%, that's good enough for me. Get rid of that, get rid of all these. I think the easiest way to do this, I do want to have a couple silos too, so I'm going to bury those as well. So what I'm actually going to do is just put that there, put that there. I'm going to go down one more wall. Just blast all that right out, so it's not in the way. Because the ground will regrow around this, so I'm not worried about it though. I just want to get a couple things in place before I start actually building this. So I'm just going to put a prefab to the actual base itself. I'm just getting that in place so that I know where my center is going to be. Now, I'll use cubes. If I can remember how to glitch. Alright. Alright, so that should be good. How's this gonna glitch in? Actually, I don't even have to go that deep. I'll put that there. I want to see what direction this is gonna face when I glitch it in. So take my extractor, put it in the cache. Miss your glitch. Alright. Be in that direction. I do want to go lower with that though. Do that. I think I'll just do my silos right at the back of it. Alright. So cache that. Go into the back cube. There's one silo. Two silos. Alright, now just toss my extractor in. And it did turn on me. That's not a problem though. Nobody's ever going to see it, so... What I do want to do is I want to make sure to connect my pipe before I do anything. My extractor's going to be there. I'm just going to drag it over, put it into that silo. Now I'm going to need a battery. So I'll just stick back here. And 2 solar panels. I always double check whenever I'm going to my battery. I just want to make sure it's definitely connected. So I'll take it out of that one. I'll get right into my extractor. See, for some reason I don't have power there. It's daytime. Something's weird there. Battery might just be too close. Maybe it didn't fully connect. Okay, I got power there. I got power there. Yeah, it wasn't fully connected. Okay, and I can hear it running, so should be all good. Alright, so I can take out all this stuff now. Take out that wire. Bring this down. I don't have to go any further than that, so take out my floors. Alright. Now fill this area back in. Might have to delete that out first. Now, because I keep falling through floors when I warp in, so I don't want to build this base too tall. So, all I'm going to do is stick a prefab up here. For some reason I always think it's towards the bottom. It isn't. Just a basic prefab. And I will color it. And I don't know if I have the stuff I need for a landing pad or not. Oh, I do. Alright. My landing pads, I'd like to have the screen in the top corner. That way when I step out of my ship, I'm facing towards the building. And toss in a door. Also make that green stone. Alright, so that's the bulk of the base right there. I do like to shrink down my silos though. So to do that, I always use the locker. It's just easier for me to find. And what I'll do is I'll make my my silo only 2/3 the height. So I do that. Get my silo, copy that, glitch it. See, that way it doesn't stick through the top of the building. And just move this over this corner. I'll grab my pipe so I don't forget. Connect that. so that looks good. I'm gonna need power here. I don't remember how much power these take. I never remember. It's gonna be 10. Okay, so I need 30. Oh, thanks, Jasmine. Yeah, it's just from experience more than anything. I'm going to need at least 50 power, so I'm going to need one more battery and two solar panels. A lot of times I would bury my batteries as well, but I don't really care about this base, so I'm just going to go and glitch my battery there. And two of my solar panels, I just do that. So all I do is connect my two solar panels, then connect my battery. Just to play it safe, I'm just going to go right to the other corner. Alright, so that should power up everything there. Unfortunately, it's not daytime. I need 2 nanotubes. And actually, I'm going to shrink that down as well. I don't like how big some of this stuff is, so I'll just take that. Go to free placement, hopefully. There we go. That's pretty much the bulk of the base. Because I don't really need anything here. I'm just going to swing in, grab the Emeril, and take off. So I'm not even going to bother with a storage container. I won't be using up much of this. I actually should have only done like 2,000 for a quantity, but 3,000 will get me there quicker. Now, just to make sure... Oh, I can't get a reading on this yet, can I? I need to pull at least 30 out of it, so I'm fine with what I have. Let me go replenish. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I got some meat here. Took a little bit of damage there. Yeah, because I still have probably... I got about 9 minutes before the sun comes out, but everything should be fine. I'm gonna get rid of that. What I always do, I just name it whatever it is, so Emeril. And then I try to remember to put the quantity. It's not a big deal or anything, it's just what I like to do. 3.25k. And then, because this is going to be glitching separators, so I just put separators, so that way I know I can come back here for those. Do a quick upload. Another thing you can do, on planets like this, the glitches, as long as you have one of them in your inventory, you can put as many as you want down. And this is the type of planet, like if I warp in and I want to grab a bunch of them, I can do that easily. If I can find it here. Yeah, glitching separators. What I'll do is I'll put down like a dozen or so right at the base. You know, like I use these a lot, so I'm gonna put a good amount. So I'll just go and I'll do that, and then do an upload. Now, I have none in my inventory now. I did have, I think, 4 or 5 of them. So it used up the ones I had in my account or my save already, so I'm actually just gonna take a couple with me, just so I can put them in my freighter. So now if I do need these, I don't have to run around the planet and look for them. I can just, pop in, grab a couple, and go. And as long as you have at least one of them in your inventory, you can place as many as you want. So take a little picture, do another upload. All right, that's done. And typically when the sun comes out, this thing will get powered up, so I'm not worried about it. That's it for that planet. What did I have in this system? Got activated Emeril that I don't really need for anything. Don't need that. Don't need another gamma planet, so I think I'm all set here. So I think I'm just gonna hit up my my freighter real quick and head to the next system. No, not that. Head to the next system. Right. Actually, clear out some of the stuff that I do have in here. Why do I have a... Oh, I never sold that catnip. Yeah, I can put more in here. Alright. This I do want to hold on to also. Yeah, this is just like my inventory's so screwed up right now. Put that in there for now. It's activated. Alright. Cadmium. Alright, pretty sure the rest of this can all get sold. What about this gas, though? I wish we could do larger stacks in our freighter. Make this a lot easier. Alright. Separators I want to put somewhere so I don't accidentally use them. Yeah, I need to kind of go through all this stuff and kind of move it around again. There's stuff in places that it shouldn't be. Alright, sell off some of that junk. I think instead of going there, I think I do want to do something over at my mold base. Actually, I should hit this up anyway. There's a bunch of I think there's Geknip over here as well. They have a biodome with a couple different plants in it as well. I haven't been over here in quite a while. But it's my mold farm. I get 2 different bases on here. Although at the second base on this planet, there's another mold deposit really close. So I think I want to set up a teleporter. That way I can bounce between the 2 bases real quick. Because eventually what I want to do is not spawn on the ground would be a good spot. But jump up here. So I have this deposit here, then I have another one on the same planet. What I'd like to do is get in, you know, maybe like a dozen refiners. That way I can do a whole bunch of this at once. I don't remember how long a cycle is. For some reason, they moved around the way this stuff displays with refiners. Okay, so it's a minute for each. I think I could handle 12 refiners. I'd be able to do that. I'm just gonna begin there. Oh, actually, you can only do 50 nanites. Okay. So, actually, 6 refiners is probably fine. Actually, let that count down a little bit further. That way I can stick the whole stack in here. Yeah, they changed the way this displays. I don't know why they did that. Well, I'm just gonna set that going. Yeah, it is Geknip I have here. So, grab all these plants. Yeah, I'm not really worried about money anymore, but I do like to not waste it too. Where did that mold go? Let's put these plants away real quick. This will be done. There was something else I wanted to do here, and I can't remember what the heck it was. Oh. Carbon nanotubes. And I can't build any. Alright. So I'm going to take a run over to that second mold base. Like, this base is on the same planet as well. But I think that other Runaway mold deposit's like 700 units away. So I think I can set up a relay to run in between these two deposits. That way I can just keep bouncing back and forth. I can't remember where it is. It's that yellow marker. Yep. 775 units. Now, do I have power here? I don't think I do. Alright. It would be nice to have a hot spot here. I'm gonna head further this. I'm probably gonna have to stretch my boundary as well. Alright, I can no longer build. Now I can, so I use walls to do this. I'm gonna need to get more carbon also. So all I do is I line it up with my marker and just keep building. I do like to kind of stagger them as well, just to make the diameter of my build circle a little bit bigger. See, with this I'm not worried about it as much because I'm not running pipe or anything. It's just going to be a straight shot. There'll be a teleporter every about 150 units in between them. Something like that, so... The problem is I want them to have constant power, so I do want to find a power hotspot here somewhere. That way, when you teleport, the power doesn't fail in between them. It'll probably work fine with batteries, but with long render distances, a lot of times they fail if they don't have power constantly, so... I'm gonna see if I can find a power hotspot while I do this. There's a good collection of Runaway mold over here. I think it's like 14 or 11 of them, so... a good amount. What I'm thinking is I can use these two farms to, you know, just collect all the Runaway mold and do all the mixing over at that first base. What I'm hoping to be able to do. I do have a electric hotspot up here. Hopefully it's not too far away though. Actually, I'm gonna need, whoops, put something in here already. Alright. I'm gonna need to make some more carbon here. Yeah, see, there's a good amount of Runaway mold up here. So. Hey. That power hotspot's going to be too far away, which is unfortunate. Actually, I'm gonna pop out for a minute here. will be back. Give me a few minutes. I just got a phone call, so be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Do a quick recharge of this before I forget to do it. Alright. And grab my carbon out of here. Forget to put that away. I had, okay, got a little bit more in there. These, oh, 750. Alright. What I want to do is I want to just box all of these in so they can't get out. Do that. Do something kind of like that. Yeah, I want to make it a kind of small. You know, I want it to kind of hug these, but I want to make sure they're not able to get out. And I am going to box this in because there are sentinels here that'll attempt to attack you, so. Just going to box this in. I mean, I could make it look fancy, but there's really no need to. I want to make sure nothing can escape when I shoot it. And sometimes these will change a little bit, so I actually am going to extend this out a little bit. I won't have to worry about that. Another small wall here. And I hate how these things change on their own. See, I'm not really going to be here too long. I don't really need to box this in, I don't think. But what I want to do is I want to try to make it so all these balls will pool into one area. Which I think this side might work better for that. Yeah, I don't know. I have my landing pad, my landing here. Some of these might actually roll underneath, so we'll do something like that. Yeah, I don't need much room for this. But I am going to box this in, at least, you know, this corner. Just keep the sentinels kind of away a little bit. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, see, I'm not going for anything fancy here, so I just want to make sure I'll be able to hit all the balls here. I think that'll work. Yeah, that way I should be able to aim up there fine. But I am going to raise this up a little bit. Because that other corner might be kind of a pain to try to get to. Put a couple bumpers here too. That way they don't get too close. Yeah, something kind of like that, I guess. Alright. Oh, I need metal plating. You know what, how much is that gonna cost me? 2 of them, alright. Let's see. Build one of these here for a second. I knew I should have grabbed some metal plating at my base. Ooh. I'm trying not to call in my freighter. Might have to, though. Get one of these in place for now. I want it to be as straight of a shot as it can. Oh, it's over there. Alright. Just have to put it there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make metal plating. I was hoping to avoid that. Actually, I think, now that I think of it, I think I have some in a storage container. So I'm just going to put down a storage container here. Now I'm able to access my storage container even though there's no power to it. And it looks like I picked the wrong one. That's okay, because I could use some carbon, so take that out. Delete that storage container. I want storage container 0. Yeah, there we go. Actually, grab a little bit more. Be plenty of that. How much does this cost me? Chromatic metal and gold. Well, it says I can build 10 of them. I think I'm going to be all set. Alright. So as I make my way back to my other base, is it this one? I only have 3 bases on this planet, so try to keep them all in line. I'm actually gonna mark it. Alright. So about every like 150, I'm gonna put down a I'll put down a stone wall just because it's different than the others. So when I get down, actually I like to go with even numbers, so 700 away. And I'm using the center wall as a kind of a reference point. You know, so I can get like a nice straight line. I'm gonna put down a stone wall and a floor on top of it. So I'm gonna do that for like about every 150. So get down here. I hit 550. I'll do the same thing. You can go 200 units in between these. So I always go with a shorter distance though, just to give me more wiggle room. It doesn't have to be exact or anything, so I'll just do the same thing here. So 550, so when I get to about 400, do the same thing. You want this line to be as straight as you can kind of make it. So 400, I'll put down another. Because I could get away with, you know, stretching out to like 175 or whatever, but I'd rather leave myself a little bit of room to mess around with. It might take an extra set of teleporters, but it's worth it. Because you have a chance of like falling through the ground and stuff doing this, so what I'll do is I'll just stick another one here, even though it's a short distance. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And my ship is going to be in the way, so I'll go over here. I'm still hoping I can find an electric hotspot, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So what I might do is I'll put a thing of batteries, and I think I will need more gold, so I'm going to grab my storage container. Grab another stack of gold here. Looking for, they're all full stacks, so just want to make sure I can make a dozen or so of these. Okay, should be good on those now. Alright, now on all of these, you're going to end up putting 2 teleporters, so, and I always rather have a longer wire than a really tiny short wire, so what I do is I build out one that way, and I just use these as placeholders more than anything, so what I'm going to want to do is get a level wire here, and make a glitch point there. Another glitch point here. So when I get rid of these, I put a floor back in. And what I'm going to do is glitch 2 teleporters. One on one wire, one on the other wire. So what you're doing is you're going from, there's going to be a teleporter in here. So you get a teleporter, you'll hit, you know, this one, and you'll hit this one immediately after and send you to the next platform. So that's all I'm doing there. And actually, I am going to flip these around because I'd rather have you come in from this direction. It doesn't make a big difference. It'll still work fine. It's just I'm kind of anal when it comes to directions of wires and stuff, so I want to use this side and this side. So again, just gonna get a, oh, I put that floor going the wrong way. Alright. Get a flat wire there. Flat wire. And I don't even have to do one there. So. My floor back in. Now that teleporter should turn around when I glitch it in. Yep. think that'll work fine. And I leave my wires there for now. I'll come back and delete them after. So all I'll do is make my way to the next platform, do the same thing again. That way they're all the same. The only one that matters is the first one. You want to make sure it's pointed in that direction. So just do that. Get a flat wire. And glitch these in. Yeah, and this, you see how your center connector is like that? If you want to flip it, you just hit R1, and it'll change the orientation of that wire. You know, like right now I'm glitching off this wire that's here. If I want to glitch it off this wire, just hit R1 and it will flip around. It does get confused when you have more than 2 wires there though. So sometimes you do have to kind of change your camera angle a little bit and stuff. Like if there was a 3rd wire here. If for some reason I had a 3rd wire, you would kind of have to change your camera angle. And eventually it will catch it, but sometimes it's a pain. If that doesn't work, you can always pull, like if I wanted to put a 3rd one here, I could click on that wire and pull to the center and do a glitch. Now I have 3 of them there. Which there could be some uses for that. I would never use it though. But get rid of that wire. And just glitch these in, continue on to the next one. If I can get this to glitch. Alright. Yeah, like I was saying, you can go 200 units in between them, but I always go a little bit shorter. Because I'm going to be glitching, well, when I teleport, I'm going to be teleporting through this hill and stuff. And sometimes if it doesn't send you directly there, sometimes you'll fall through the ground. It probably won't kill you, but it'll wake you up. And if you ever do see a setup like this where you get 2 teleporters looking at each other, don't jump in the middle, because there's a good chance it'll send you through the ground or launch you way up into the air. If you're on permadeath, you don't want to be doing stuff like that. So the impact might not kill you, but it might damage you pretty well. Again, just get your flat wire. Get your first connection point, second connection point. Toss in your floor. Switch these in. And move on to the next. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions about how to do the glitch and stuff, you know, Beeblebum, Emeril, there's a bunch of people with really good guides on how to do this type of stuff. That's where I learned like all this stuff, just watching other people build. And there's a lot of guides out there. Alright, so I got one more of these to do. And hopefully they work alright. I'm not used to using solar power for these, so I don't know how well it's going to work. I might have to figure something out. And again, the first one that you use to make your straight wire, you just want to make sure it's in this orientation. If you go a different orientation, it'll flip it on its side or flip it upside down. So this is the only one that really matters. So all you do is get your flat wire again, do another one here, get rid of those, put in the floor. This is something that just happens out of experience too. It's really easy to do once you learn how to do everything. Alright, so I have those all laid out. So I'm just going to take my teleport cable. I just want to make sure I'm directly on that. Teleport cable. I'm going to send it to this middle, or the one that's straight on. And then I'll do the same thing over here, but I'll go from the side. And I'll go to the one that's straight on down here. A lot of times I like to walk these out. A lot of times, just so I know I have enough room, you know. So I'll go to that one. Now the one on the side, I'll go back to the center on this one. You just want to make sure you're hooking up the same way every time on these. If you get them backwards, you'll only go like part of the way and you'll stop. That doesn't mean it's hooked up wrong, but you'll know right away if it's wrong. So, hook up the next one. Yeah, because sometimes power will fail to these and you'll only get like halfway there. So that's why I'm kind of apprehensive about using solar power to do this. Oh, I got some navigation data over there too. There's a lot of really cool stuff on this planet, just weird stuff like that. So, same deal, I'll get to the center, or, you know, the one that's straight on. Go to this one. This is what they call a short-range teleporter relay. Because all you're doing is you're getting relayed from one point to another. This is how you can travel, you know, like, you know, 1,000 units in one direction, you know, really quick. There used to be a time where you could do it without all these ones in the middle, and that was really nice. You could go 2,000 units, you know, in a second. So I want to put in my last teleporter here. This is already kind of cramped. I'm just going to do a new floor there. And another one of these. Again, I want to try to make it so it's kind of straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to try to make it look a little good. So I'll take that one post on the side again and go to the middle of this. Alright. Now I'm going to have to power all these up too. So what you do is you take your power. I could probably power everything right from here. Actually, I think I will. I'm going to do a separate battery, though. Alright. When I do these, I'll power the outside one, or the one on the left. and run power to the one right next to it. Then take my power again, go right to the next platform. Yeah, I'd rather walk these out, that way I know that they actually connect, because sometimes you'll look at things and you think they're connected to the right thing. Like right now I have wires inside this floor, so sometimes when you go to click on things you can accidentally, connect right there when you mean to go right there. So that's why I always kind of like to walk these out. Especially when there's a bunch of them. All you need is for one of them to fail. Then you gotta, try to figure out what's broken and how to fix it. So this is just how I end up doing them. I'll do the same thing here. Not gonna let that plant hit me this time. I think it's hit me every time I've come this way. But I figure I can just kind of ping pong in between these two mold bases and do all my refining at my main base. It'll be quicker than, because what I've been doing is I've been teleporting between the two bases. So right now this would be my third mold base here, so be quicker just to ping pong between two as opposed to warping. Warping's a little bit longer, 30 seconds compared to, almost instant. So alright, so this will be the last one. Now, what do these actually take to power? Okay, these are 5 apiece. So I'm gonna factor 100 worth of power here. So what I'm gonna want to do is put down 2 batteries and 4 solar panels. It's not gonna be anything fancy, so I just want to be able to pull enough power. I wish I had daytime here. How much longer do I have? Alright. So I'm going to dig a hole for a second. I'm going to go grab myself a drink real quick, and I'll be back, and hopefully we have power. It'll only be a few minutes, because it's yeah, 2 o'clock, so probably about 5 minutes I should have power. I just want to make sure it's working. Alright, I will be right back. Actually, go out here a little bit so at least there's some animation. Little critters running around. Alright, give it a few minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, looks like we got some daylight out there now. So I do want to take a second just to fill this in though. Alright. We'll try this thing out, make sure it works. There's a chance it might kick me out. So I do want to see, I could have just moved that. I do like to have some type of save here just in case. I'll do a quick save. Alright, try this out. There we go. It worked fine that time. Now these balls should spawn in a second. There we go. I'll go back. It'll spawn again. I may want to kind of dress this up a little bit though. Good, there are sentinels here, so I was trying to conserve on my carbon before. So I'm gonna change these walls out. Because I don't like how the other walls look, so I'll do that half wall in the middle. Change that. Just want to make sure I don't accidentally delete anything. Alright. Doesn't have to be anything that looks fancy, but I'd rather make it look somewhat decent. Yeah, so I am going to put a roof on this. Just keep sentinels out. There are quite a few here, so you know, you don't want to shoot like 2 balls and then have sentinels start showing up giving you a hard time. So that's a half. At least those teleporters work. Sometimes they don't work the first time, so it may take a couple, you know, if you have one that keeps failing, what I do is I mark it. You know, I'll put like a lantern or something there, and I'll change the position of it a little bit. Sometimes it takes a few tries. Oh yeah, that's right, I got a half there. So I'm just gonna kind of line the outside here. And I can just overlap these, it's not gonna matter. Now, I don't know if I can... Oops. Oh, I do have some glass on me. Good. I do try to put some type of daylight here. Alright, now I'm enclosed, so oh, got another wall that needs to come out. Alright, do a quick save. That should be a good amount of light. What I might want to do, just to add a little bit more light, I'll stick a couple lanterns over here. Yeah, stick one in each corner, just to brighten it up a little bit. Now, how full is my exosuit? Alright. There's going to be a good amount of runaway mold coming out of here. I'm doing this just to see how much I'm actually gonna yield. Try to clear this up a little bit. Alright. What I like to do is just kind of hit them all a little bit just so they start rolling. See where they roll. Most of them are going to be in this direction, so I'll just pop all these off. I might actually get a different multi-tool for this that mainly upgrades my beam so it melts through them a lot quicker. Yeah, and if at any point you're trying to harvest this and sentinels, for some reason they do get inside, you can always just use the teleporter if you start taking damage. And go to the other base. Alright, so yeah, as you see, that runaway mold adds up really quick. So all I do is go back to this base and take about, like 5 seconds for it to load in. There's only a few over here. There's only a few, but they give quite a bit of runaway mold. Then just take this again. Now all those will pop back in. I'm missing my doors, or there we go. Alright, so that worked out pretty good. A good sized deposit. If the deposit wasn't this big, I wouldn't have even bothered doing this. I can bounce in between both of these, just load up on runaway mold and go refine it. See, like there's a sentinel in here now, but he can't really do anything because I'm inside, so. Yeah, even if I wanted to, I could just, kill him off. He can't do anything. So, could be a handy little way, like if you are farming sentinels, to get that. I'm just gonna do these. Alright. So I'm not going to sit here and keep getting more of this, but get a good idea of how quick that stuff can stack up. I'll come back later and delete all these walls though. But I would just leave here, go back to my other mold base, and just start refining. So. Yeah, I'll come back later and delete all those walls, because I'm actually gonna need to jump out here very shortly. And when I load in here, I still have, I think there's 5 of them here that I can use. Go right in and just start refining. Yeah, they changed the order that they list stuff, and I don't know why. It bothers me. It's like everything's backwards now. And you can do 250 at a time. You end up getting 50 nanites. So what you do is you just load up all your refiners, set them going, and every minute and 15 seconds, just add another thing of runaway mold and set it going right away until you get up to 250 nanites. Then you just harvest them all at the same time, just keep repeating the same process. So. And they don't seem to disappear from your refiners, so that's a nice thing. Like if you leave the system or something, they might. But as you can see, I'm just going to load all these up right now. And I'm actually going to teleport back to my base just to make sure they don't disappear. I haven't had any issues with things disappearing yet, but I haven't had a third base that I'm, not a third actual base, but a third deposit that I've been dealing with, so I just want to make sure this is still working alright. as you can see, it goes pretty quick. I mean, by the time I get down to the other end, half of that runaway mold's going to be gone. But we just sit here and do this for like, you know, a half hour or whatever. Go do something else. But I'm going to warp over to the other base. Mold 2. Yeah, and again, it's on the same planet, so even if you don't have, you know, the teleporter's not working or whatever, as long as you get in your ship and you fly, you know, about 500, 700 units away, turn around, it should regenerate on you. So I'm just going to go over here. These are actually working really well. Sometimes you will get kicked out of them. So I'm just going to wait just a few seconds, get everything to load. I'm going to go back over here and just wait for all this to load. Alright, and there's my teleporter. I'm going to teleport back to the main base just to make sure all those are refining still. If they're not refining, then I'm going to have to figure out a different way to do it. Or I just won't be able to teleport out. However, if you do this in your freighter, there's a good chance it'll disappear. For some reason, freighter refiners never worked right, and they probably never will. Alright, nanites are all in there, so I should be good. Yep, those look all good. So instead of taking the nanites out, you can take the nanites out if you want right away, but what I tend to do is I just stack them up until I can take out 250 at a time. So I'll just set another thing of these going. Because I thought about adding 6 more refiners just to make this quicker. But by the time you load all these up, they're pretty much done. It only takes probably about 40 seconds or so to fill these. If they didn't change the way that you could sort, it'd probably be even quicker because I wouldn't have to keep scrolling down to get a runaway mold. But I mean, it's an endless supply of nanites. I mean, it's really helpful in the early part of the game. I don't actually need these nanites for anything right now, but when you start upgrading, you know, like multi-tools and stuff, or your ships and stuff like that, this is just a reliable resource for them. I still got 2 more refiners here I could use if I wanted to. But I'm going to just let these things run through a cycle, then I got to jump out and go take care of some stuff. But I wanted to try to get on this one for a little bit, do a little bit of stuff. I've been wanting to do this runaway mold thing for a couple weeks now, so ever since I found that other deposit. So I'm just gonna rip all this stuff out and go back and get rid of all those extra walls I have, which I might do right now. Actually, I got a little bit of time. I mean, just got like 600 nanites in no time. So it's a good repeatable way to do this. I still got all this runaway mold that I haven't even touched yet, so works out pretty well. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over there and just get rid of all those extra walls. That way I don't have to do it later. Oops. This will only take a couple minutes anyway. And I'm glad that there's like one of those ancient data structures over there too. Those do refresh. It takes a few days, but they will pop up again. Oh, yeah, I want to get rid of my wire. I'm just going to put down a wire. Actually, I'll leave my wire in place for now. That way I don't accidentally delete it. I'll probably just put the wire hider over at that other base. I keep calling it a base, it's other building is what I should call it. So, I'm going to delete these. What I'd like to do is kind of fly into the middle of a bunch of walls and just do it in camera mode. That way I don't miss any. You do want to be careful though when you're deleting this. You don't want to accidentally hit your wire or your teleport cable. And it's always a good idea to take out these glitching wires too. If you're worried about, you know, your base parts, you know, because you can only have so many parts at a base. And you'll notice, like right now, I can't see my wire. Okay, there it is. But you can't see the teleport cable either. So when you do, when you go to, sorry, my throat's dry. Your pretty much your center wall is always kind of dangerous. You just want to make sure you're actually clicking on the wall, because like let's say this wire's a little bit lower. Like, see if I can pick it up. Yeah, like my teleport cable should be really close to this wire. Sometimes you can't see it though. I can't even select it, but sometimes you can accidentally delete a teleport cable. Yeah, like I can see it now, but sometimes you see how it goes invisible. Sometimes, like I can't see that teleport cable, but I can accidentally delete it. So you just want to make sure when you're going to delete your wall that you're actually clicking on the wall. You know, it'll say, you know, target part timber wall. Just want to make sure you're actually clicking on that, not teleport cable by mistake. I've done that more than once and it's annoying. You gotta, because, well, at first you don't notice that it's deleted, and then you have to figure out which one's missing. If you're trying to do it in the middle of a storm or anything, it makes it even harder to see. You just want to be a little bit cautious. Take the extra, you know, take the extra couple seconds just to make sure. Especially if you're using your build cam like this, because you kind of get in the hang of just doing things quickly, and sometimes that can bite you. Yeah, with these teleporters, I always build them on like a little platform up above, because sometimes the ground is uneven, and you want to try to make this as straight and flat of a teleport station thing can be, because if you have like uneven ground and stuff, it can just cause issues too. So that's why sometimes one of the reasons that sometimes it'll send you underground. You're not nice and flat. Right, these should be the last couple. Alright. And I'm gonna fill in this other hole that I dug. I'd like to fill these in so I don't fall in them. So. Do that real quick. And I'm going to put down a wire hider here, just so that it doesn't look completely horrible. Yeah, I'll just stick it over there, it should be good enough. Alright, and I don't have a door to get in here. I didn't think about that. No, I can make my own door. Actually, I can just stick one in here. Yeah, just in case the teleporters aren't working for some reason, at least people will be able to get inside of here. And put down small floor, make it easier. Yeah. Yeah, just in case those teleporters aren't working, people can still just run in here. Do a quick save, teleport back. Wait for my teleporter to load. Actually, I'm gonna grab this phosphorus while I'm here too. And teleport over to my main base and end up calling it. At least I got more done than I planned, so I only plan on getting on for a couple hours. I'll probably be on a little bit later today too. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different save. I'll probably use my other account. I want to find a system that uses only 2 glyphs. That way I can set up like a starter base, supply base for new players on Permadeath. You know, I gotta look up, I gotta run the math. I want to do, what are we looking at here? Farming. I want to be able to make gravititos, venom orchids, albion pearls, and nip nip. I also want to be able to make what do they call it? Liquid explosive. I'm gonna look at what that actually costs. I gotta run the numbers on that. Because this is stuff people can unlock kind of early in the game. So I want to make a liquid explosive farm. That's going to take acid and unstable jelly. So I need to get more diet fungal mold and cactus flesh. Maybe heat capacitors. Yeah, that was the other one, heat capacitor and liquid explosive. Set up farms for those two. But I think that's going to do it for me right now. Well, I appreciate everybody swinging by, and I will see you guys next time. You have a good day, and see you next time.